1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome back to Tully Television, and I'm Bart. Pleasure to meet you guys. If this is the first time you're stopping by, for all those returning viewers, thank you so much for continuing to support us here at Tully Television. Our march to 300 subscribers continues. There, we'll celebrate by giving a random lot of comic books to a random subscriber. But today we are getting into the Sins of Sinister Dominion one-shot that wrapped up the whole Sins of Sinister story. And I happen to have gotten the Alex Ross cover here, Apocalypse. It's entitled Timeless, the cover. And I got it because, Alex Ross and his covers have always been top-notch in my opinion. I find him to be a very excellent artist. Gosh, he's done so much. Kingdom Come, I think, is his work. Let me know some of your favorite Alex Ross works down below. I would like to see Alex Ross and Bob Ross one day somehow up in heaven create a masterpiece. Yes, this basically picks up where the Brotherhood, storming the Brotherhood of Mutants, the Nightcrawlers, and the Immoral X-Men stories wrap up here. We know that basically Sinister was trying to take over everything, and he was realizing that near the end here that he was so wrong. He's fighting Ironfire here, right? Is that his name? I want to make sure I get the name right here because I don't want to sound like a dummy. Right, Ironfire. So we pick up with Sinister fighting Ironfire, one of the pretty much the last Brotherhood of Mutant member. We see Juggernaut going through the head of the Spirit of Variance Galactus, and we are realizing that Destiny has set up these situations in the long run. She's realized that in her zest to team up with Sinister to keep Raven alive, Mystique, she basically sold her soul to the devil. Mystique wound up dying anyway, no matter how much she tried to prevent that. And what she did was help Storm and them steal the Moira engine, right? So he wouldn't have to reset the timeline and try all again these things. He initially kills Ironfire, or at least he thinks so. At this point, Beast, or Sinister Beast, is attempting to go and take control of the Dominion himself. We have Xavier here realizing what's going on, so he's getting ready to want to handle things himself, and he basically turns himself into like a whole planet, this guy. It's crazy. But Ironfire is exactly not dead. He's going to continue to fight Sinister because he says that basically his view is that he doesn't care what's going on. He's going to make sure that Sinister is done. Whatever's going to happen from that point on, it's going to be done. Sinister basically winds up teaming up with Moira. We pick up with Moira after she kills Mother Righteousness, and Vox Ignis here is also taken out. Sinister convinces her at the time to let him download his essence back to the Sinister of the present time. She's she's kind of not wanting him to do that because she doesn't want him to she doesn't want to have to go through this whole thing again, and we get Ironfire back here. But and then we get Namor knots, right? Basically, Namor and Juggernauts coming to. That was sent by Beast to try to take control of this area. The Moira engine here, and as Moira is fending them off, and then trying to fend off Ironfire, Sinister tends to always look out for himself. And he had his fail-safe plan that anyone with a Sinister gene can be destroyed like that. And that's what he does. They all perish, everyone, except for him, and all that energy that he's getting from everyone. All these Sinister infected people, all those energies come to him, and he feels like now he can achieve Dominion status. He feels like he has won, and at this point there's nothing that more anyone can do about it. However, when he's about to get to the absolute peak of it, there is a Dominion there, and he thinks it's one of the other Sinisters, and it's not. We don't know who achieved Dominion status in this book, but when he comes back and he realizes that he's nothing in his eyes, Ironfire comes. Sinister says there's nothing. Ironfire says there's always something to death, and beheads Sinister. At this point, that's when Moira is able to eliminate one of her clones to reset the timeline. We pick up here with Sinister trying to get all that information, and realizes there's a 1,000-year file to be had, to be basically absorbed. We also see Moira here, right? Fed her. Moira takes this version of Mother Righteousness and puts her in the heart artifact that she was trying to put together. The Perilous, where she was putting all the magical artifacts into this heart to the Requiem Perilous to gain godhood and dominion through there. And also, Sinister realizes that all his files, everything he had, is now corrupted and destroyed. And we realize that Rasputin 4, who was betrayed by the Sinister, who believed in him in all those years, was able to make her way back here to present time, to Krakoa, to make sure that Sinister pays for his crimes against mutant kind. We also pick up on this present-day version of Mother Righteous in her library of information, and there's a new wing to the library, and that's basically this is where all the information from the future ended up going, and Mother Righteous seems to have ultimately somehow part of her plan to do this. We also see Kitty Pryde and the leader of the Marauders, Nightcrawler, Colossus, everyone trying to figure out what's going on, how this happened, until they come across Rasputin 4, and she explains to them what it was that Sinister had did. Katie is realizing, all right, what future are we facing now? Type of thing. Sinister is judged by the Quiet Council and is sent to the pit of Krakoa. Also, Rasputin 4 tells him how how Sinister took control of the Quiet Council, and Irene here confirms that's what had happened. And what they decide to do at the end of the issue is interesting. We have Mother Righteousness come and basically give all the information that she has and is, again, portraying herself to be an ultimate hero. And we see here Sebastian Shaw speaking about that the name Hellfire Club means more than just a name. He has connections to hell. Everyone's trying to figure out what they got to do until they realize that until they are fixed, these four, who were the first ones to become infected and start taking over everything, are the most powerful mutants because they take care of the resurrection process. They allowed themselves to be captured basically into the pit of Krakoa. And that's how this Sins of Sinister Dominion ends. And then there's issues to follow, Sons of X, X-Men Red, and what is that one up there? Immortal X-Men. Because they're going to call Storm down to figure out how to fix this from Akroa. Mars, basically. And that's where we wind up having it, because Storm was there near the end of the issue. They had called her down to help. And Mother Righteous, when she asks Mother Righteous, how can we help you or thank you for, how can we show our appreciation of you letting us know what was going on and giving us information, she says, just a simple thank you will do, and a simple appreciation. And she's like, Storm is then, well, from all the people of Krakoa, we thank you. So all that appreciation from every person of Krakoa is now empowered Mother Righteous even further. We're going to see, I'm waiting to get the Sons of X one-shot to follow up with our Legionnaires part of it, because we've been kind of following those guys from the beginning of this whole thing, with Way of X, with Legion of X. So we're going to continue on our journey with the Legionnaires through Sons of X. I know that that leads into Nightcrawler being Spider-Man somehow, some way. We'll find that out together, right? But definitely going to follow up with the Sons of X as far as this story. I want to thank you all for stopping by, liking, commenting, sharing. Let me know what you thought of the story. The Sins of Sinister story, I think, could have not necessarily been told. There's really not much that came out of it other than Mother Righteous getting a little bit more power and the knowledge of what is to come, or what was to come, and the knowledge to prevent that. And as far as who achieved Dominion status, eventually they'll believe Sinister that there's a Dominion out there outside of time and space. But as far as who I think it is, I think it's the original Nathaniel Essex that achieved Dominion status and had made clones of himself to continue his work on Earth. And those clones, of course, are Mother Righteous, Sinister, Corbin, and the other guy, I forget his name, because it's four. That's my opinion on who achieved Dominion status, the original Nathaniel Essex. But you let me know down below who you think achieved Dominion status. And until next time, peace, Nookums.